Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with Nate Fit, where we help you create a movement habit. Today, we're going to focus on hips. We're going to start off in our hip car position, lying on our side. We're going to clasp our hands together. We're going to start off by pulling our knee to our chest. This is hip flexion. And we're going to open up into abduction, pointing that knee to the ceiling, internally rotating the ankle behind the knee, pressing back into extension, dropping down to midline, knees together, and reverse, pressing the knee back into extension, pulling up, pointing that knee to the ceiling, externally rotating, pulling that knee to the shoulder, return to midline, knees together. We're going to do 3 reps here. Starting again, flexion, abduction, pointing the knee to the ceiling, internally rotating, go nice and slow, pressing that knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, squeezing the glute, pressing the knee back, trying to point that knee to the ceiling, externally rotating, pointing the knee to the shoulder, pulling the knee to the shoulder, return to midline, knees together, and one more time here, pulling the knee to the chest, opening those hips up away from midline, internally rotating, getting that ankle right behind that knee, pressing the knee back into extension, squeeze that glute, return to midline, knees together, and reverse. Pressing that knee back, pointing the knee to the ceiling, externally rotating, pulling the knee to the shoulder, return to midline, and knees together. We'll flip over to the other side. Okay, hands clasped together. This will be our counterbalance for when we go into extension. So pulling that knee to the chest, opening up into abduction, nice and slow, controlling the whole movement, internally rotating now, pressing that knee back as far as you can, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and again, we have flexion, abduction, internal rotation, nice and slow, trying to get that ankle right behind the knee. You're going to feel a pinch in here. We'll press the knee back, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and one more time, nice and controlled through the whole movement, opening up, internal rotation, pressing back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Next, we're going to stand up. We'll go into our side split position. We're going to work on our adductors here. So inside of the thighs, we're going to stretch them out. So once you go as wide as you feel comfortable, feel a slight stretch in here. We're going to have our hands up at our chest, and we're going to lunge to one side, stretching out this area here. We're going to do 5 on each side. So nice and slow, coming down, dropping those hips, keeping this leg straight. As you come down, I want you to press into that leg. You'll feel a lot of tension in the inner thighs. Coming back up, that's 1. We'll do 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Coming down and back up, that's 2. Again, get as low as you can. You'll notice you get a little lower every time. It's 3, 4. Little pause at bottom every time. And 5. Going to the other side, coming down, This leg is straight, chest is high. It's 1. Nice and slow. Feel that stretch. 2. While you're doing this, I also want you to keep your feet pointed forward. Coming down. It's 3. Control the whole movement. We're not rushing this. 4. And 1 more. Coming down. And 5. Excellent. We're going to go to rotation next. So into our 90-90. We'll focus on external rotation. 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg. Hands behind you, turn your shoulders towards this back leg. We're going to lift that knee up, high as you can. Pause, and back down. While we're doing this, we're going to keep this knee planted on the ground. Coming up, nice and slow. You're going to feel a pinch in your hip. We are focused on trying to improve the range of the joint capsule. That is all the connective tissue that surrounds the joint. Coming up, pause, and back down. As we try to improve our hips, one thing that's going to be important is that we focus on rotation. Rotation is the fundamental movement of a ball and socket joint, which is our hips and our shoulders. So we want to make sure that we have sufficient rotation. Up, pause, and back down. We'll flip over to the other side. Really take note of what's going on in your body as you do this. I want you to feel the whole range. We're not rushing it at all. We're slowly picking this up. Feel everything in that joint. Pause at the top and back down. Again, as you do this, this knee stays flat. Up, nice and slow. Open, open, open. Pause and back down. That's 2. Coming back up. Pause. Back down. That's 3. Again, trying to get further every time. Pause. Back down, and we have 1 more. Pause. Actively pressing back down. And that's 5. Next, we're going to stretch out our hip flexors. We're going to stand back up. We're going to go into a lunge position. With this, go to where you feel comfortable. You can change the distance of your feet, how wide they are. Do that for extra balance. We're going to attempt to keep this back leg straight. We're going to lunge forward with this leg, driving that knee forward, feeling a big stretch in the hip flexor. And then we're going to drop that knee down as we lean back, feeling a giant stretch in here. We'll do 5 reps. That's 1. Lunging forward, straight back leg. Dropping that knee down and leaning back. That's 2. Again, lunging forward, dropping the knee down. That's 3. Again, nice and slow, lunging forward. Drop the knee down in control. Try to get that knee all the way to the ground. That's 4. 1 more. Lunge forward, stretch. Drop the knee down, lean back. And that's 5. We'll flip over to the other side. Chest up nice and high. Straighten that back leg. Drive the knee forward. Feel the stretch. Drop down and lean back. It's 1. Again. 2. Drive the knee forward, straight back leg. Dropping the knee down and leaning back, putting weight into the back leg. Again. Nice and slow. Controlling the whole movement. It's okay if you can't get your knee all the way down to the floor. One more time here. Lunge forward, drop the knee down, and coming back. Excellent. Now we're going to work on internal rotation. So we're going to go back into our 90-90 position. For this one, we're going to lean forward. And we're going to pick that ankle up off the ground, and that's going to be done through rotation. So it's going to look like this. For a lot of you, there's not going to be a lot of movement. Most people lack internal rotation, but we're going to activate this tissue on the side of our hip to really try and pull that ankle up. We'll pause at the top. If you can't get the ankle off the ground, you can just lean a little bit more forward and pick up. For some of you, you might feel cramping on the outside of your hip. That's okay. It just means that tissue needs more work. So here we go. Leaning a little bit forward, picking that ankle up, pause, and back down. That's one. And we're really trying to control it. Coming up, pause, and slowly set it down. That's two. Again, up, pause, down. That's three. Up, pause, big squeeze, and down. One more time. Up, pause, and down. We'll flip over to the other side. Ninety-90 position. Lean forward. You'll notice one side is better than the other. This side I struggle with. Coming up, pause, and down. Again, up, pause, setting it down slowly. Really focused on rotating that femur to get that ankle up. And down. Again, coming up, pause, down. Two more here. Up, pause, down. And one more coming up, pause, and down. Good. We're going to flip right back over to the other side in our 90-90 position. And we're going to stretch our glutes this time. So we're in this position. We're going to pull the chest forward and lean over top of this leg. As we do that, we're going to press the ankle and the knee into the ground, trying to put as much force into the tissue being stretched as possible. And that will allow us to get more range. So hands are here for balance. We're going to drive the chest forward. It's going to come over top of the knee. Once we feel a big stretch in our glute, we're going to press down into the knee and the ankle, pressing it into the floor and coming back up. That's one. Again, coming down. Press hard into that ankle and the knee, putting all your weight into it and back up. That's two. Coming back down. Press hard. That's three. Again. Pressing hard into the ankle and the knee. Feel that stretch in your glute. And up. One more time here. Coming down. Pressing hard into the ankle and the knee. And back up. Excellent. We'll flip over to the other side. Okay, here we go. Dropping that chest forward. Try to keep that back relatively flat, pressing hard into the ankle and the knee, and back up. I really want you to focus as you come forward to really drive that ankle and knee into the ground. Pressing down and up. That's two. Again, coming down. Press hard into the ankle and the knee. And back up. So that's three. Again. You'll notice you get a little further every time, producing lots of force. And up. We have one more here. Coming down. Pressing hard into the ankle and the knee. And back up. Excellent. And we're going to finish off by going back through our hip cars. So now that we've gained mobility in our hips, We want to upload that information to the brain by taking our hip through its full range of motion. So I want you to take note as we go through our cars on this one. Take note of the extra mobility and the extra range that you have in your hip. Hands clasped together here, pulling our knee to our chest, opening up into abduction, nice and controlled. We're going to do 2 reps here. Internally rotating, pressing back into extension. These are all the movements that we've worked on. Knees together and reverse. Extension, squeeze that glute. Abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. We'll do 1 more here. Again, fighting for that range. Get as much as you can. Stay in control. Pressing that knee back. Dropping down to midline. Knees together and reverse. Extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Flipping over to the other side. I'll finish off with 2 reps here. Hands clasped together. And here we go, slowly pulling that knee to the chest, opening up into abduction, internally rotating, get that ankle behind the knee, press that knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and 1 more, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, and knees together. So with this mobility class, with every set that you do, you will notice a big change in your tissue. So if you have the time, I encourage you to do all of those exercises again and finish off with your hip cars, and you will notice a dramatic difference in the way that your hips feel. Thank you for joining, and we will see you with another mobility class tomorrow.